Bones, just stop playing and give us My Villain Academia. Welcome back to another My Hero Academia anime versus manga comparison video. Today we will be going over Season 5, Episode 103 of the My Hero Academia anime. As always, we will be seeing what was changed or how much was changed, removed, or perhaps done better from the manga to anime adaptation. Now, Episode 103 is titled One Thing at a Time, which is the same title as Chapter 248. To kick things off, Episode 103 opens with Hawks flying back to the Paranormal Liberation Front's base, which means the episode picks back up on Chapter 245 where Episode 102 left off on. Here, the anime finally shows us the micro devices that are planted on Hawks' wings. This was one of two scenes showing the micro devices on Hawks that were missing from Episode 102. I'm glad at least one of these scenes made the cut in the anime. For some anime only additions, the anime adds in two scenes, one of Hawks landing and walking into the base, and the other showing the outside of the room where the Paranormal Liberation Front meeting is taking place in. The section of the episode where Hawks is giving a status report to the lieutenants of the Paranormal Liberation Front is changed up a lot from the manga. In the manga, when Hawks is standing in front of everyone at the round table, we get to clearly see who is all in the room, including Giganto Machia. The anime darkens this scene up a lot to not show the MLA members and removes Giganto Machia entirely from the scene. When re-destro is praising Hawks for reading and spreading around the Meta Liberation Warbook in all of its destroness, and twice asking Hawks to help him understand the book, is straight up ripped from a later conversation that they were supposed to have after the meeting. The conversation originally took place in Chapter 246, right after Hawks is rejected cafeteria access and he was thinking of the best way to handle the Paranormal Liberation Front. Re-destro was also a lot more expressive when he was praising Hawks in the manga. When Twice tells Hawks that he is a hard worker, the anime removes a funny little detail of Twice taking a big slurp from a straw through his mask, but the anime does show him tossing the drink after Toga gets excited about seeing Deku. For another manga removal, when Hawks says all that's left to do is to slowly re-educate the next generation, the anime removes Skeptic saying, like the three boys who've joined Endeavor. After Hawks leaves the room, the anime changes up Toga's line of dialogue just a bit by removing her mentioning the new power that Shigaraki will have in 4 months. Now, after Toga says that Shigaraki will destroy everything, the anime doesn't adapt the first 7 pages of Chapter 246. Instead of cutting back to Hawks and Endeavor like in the anime, the manga instead switches over to Shigaraki getting ready to undergo a procedure done by Dr. Ujiko in order to gain his new power in 4 months. Now, I'm positive that in a later episode of Season 5, these 7 pages will end up being adapted in the anime, just because they are really important for Shigaraki's character development and the overall story. Plus, we get this terrifyingly awesome scene of Shigaraki breaking out of a cocoon and having butterfly wings, which is obviously supposed to be symbolic of his new power and him being reborn as the ultimate evil. So I'm sure these 7 pages won't be removed from the anime as a whole. Bones is just probably going to move this scene to the end of the season after the My Villain Academia arc instead. Chronologically speaking though, I'm still kinda sad we didn't get to see Butterfly Shigaraki in the order he was supposed to show up. After the opening, we are back with Endeavor, who is still solving and reading the rest of Hawks' coded message. And speaking of the coded message, the anime removes a piece of the coded message where it says that the League hijacked the Meta Liberation Army. Now, this was supposed to be originally shown back in episode 102 when Endeavor was first solving it, but I didn't include it in my anime versus manga video for episode 102 because I thought they would include it in episode 103 due to the preview for episode 103 showing Hawks at the round table with the Paranormal Liberation Front lieutenants. So I guess that's my fault for having faith in Bones. For another detail removed, when Hawks is being escorted by a PLF member, the anime removes Hawks' "damn, I can't even walk down a hall in peace" face. Hawks, I think, has the most expressive face in the whole series, and every time he makes a face, I always crack up. So definitely, I'm bummed out that this face didn't make the cut in the anime. For some anime only additions, the anime gives Endeavor new dialogue where he says, "Hawks, are you secretly investigating the enemy?" When Hawks gets rejected cafeteria axis and he is thinking to himself about the best way to take down the Paranormal Liberation Front, the anime adds in a world view of Japan while Hawks is in thought. The manga, on the other hand, just had his thoughts over a blacked out panel. Moving on, after Endeavor has a flashback to his conversation with the president of the Hero Safety Commission, the scene of him walking towards the door to head out of his office is removed. For some added detail to Burnin, she feels a lot more energetic in the anime. For Hawks, him grinning about Dabi underestimating Deku, Shoto, and Bakugo was also added in. In the little montage showing the other students during their work studies, when we see Fat Gum, Tamaki, Kirishima, and Tetsu, the anime removes Tamaki's line of dialogue where he says, "Two of them now? Great," referring to Kirishima and Tetsu and the ongoing joke of how they are both the same. Also, I believe this hero is supposed to be a reference to Sonic the Hedgehog. For some more added detail in the montage, we get to see more of the surrounding area for certain characters. For Momo, we get to see that she is with the pro hero Majestic. For Mina, Aoyama, and Toru, we get to see that they are with the number 9 hero Yaroi Musha. For Yoshindo and Tatami, we see that they are with their 2 classmates that were with them during the provisional license exam. Now, the anime's montage does remove scenes of Sadmite and Principal Nezu, Fuyumi praying, Naomasa, Gran Torino, and Kurogiri in Tartarus, as well as present Mike, Aizawa, and Eri, whose horn is seen in the manga's montage to have gotten bigger. The anime also doesn't adapt a panel on the first page of chapter 247 that shows Fuyumi looking sad after her prayer. When Deku gets confused on why Endeavor said "you're one of us" due to Deku suffering from his quirk, the anime removes Deku saying "who's us?" For the anime's attention to detail, I love how they show Todoroki's past hatred of Endeavor through his ice side and him getting past his hatred through his fire side. It's a nice touch. Next, the anime adds in extra scenes of the city, as well as a scene that shows a device in Endeavor's ear that beeps, alerting him of a crime that he quickly responds to. Now, in volume 27 of the My Hero Academia manga, in the Omake, there is a whole page that is dedicated to this earpiece. The earpiece itself is called HNKS 425M, and the description in the Omake reads, "All heroes are equipped with these micro earpieces. When someone puts a hand to their ear and speaks, that's what they're using. The earpiece stays in there right near the ear canal." The micro devices that were planted on Hawks and the earpiece are about the same in size, with them being as small as a booger, while still boasting high performance. One can switch between the main channel, group channels, or personal channels. Now, aside from the Omake and I guess the anime now, we actually never see the earpiece in action, because as Horikoshi said in the Omake, that since it isn't visible, that means no extra work to draw it. So I'm going to give Bones props for showing the earpiece in action in the anime. I think it's really cool that they added that in. Plus, I doubt the anime will give us a detailed explanation about the earpiece in the future anyways. Next, we have a continuity error. In the anime, Deku says that he was given his quirk when he was 15 years old. In the manga, he says, "I didn't receive my quirk until I was 14. For some anime-only additions, we hear Endeavor receiving orders on where the hit-and-run suspect was heading. When Endeavor quickly turns the corner, we get to see Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku's reactions to his speed. Now, I'm pretty sure Bakugo and Todoroki's reactions are ripped straight from chapter 244, which was supposed to be shown in episode 102, when Endeavor used his flash fire technique to boost his speed. After the suspect is caught and our heroes dash off to the next incident, the anime gives Todoroki some lines about him using his flames as propulsion to boost his speed. For some added dialogue, Deku says you're not going to work with your sidekicks to Endeavor. When Endeavor tells Todoroki what he should be working on to improve his fire, was originally supposed to be said when they are all having lunch on top of the building. After this, when Endeavor is explaining how the guy in the car does parallel processing subconsciously while driving, the anime adds in a cool visual of the man driving the car on a grid. And finally, for the final change in the anime, at the end of the episode when Deku sees how much he still has to learn, the anime adds in a scene of Deku, Todoroki, Bakugo, and Endeavor from the back looking forward off into the distance. The episode then ends on the 12th page of chapter 248. Now, episode 103 covers a total total of 4 chapters, them being the rest of chapter 245 and chapters 246, 247, and 248. For the first 7 pages of chapter 246, don't expect to see that Shigaraki scene to be animated until later on in the season, which that scene might be saved for the end of the My Villain Academia arc, with the anime rearranging the order of certain scenes around thanks to the World Heroes Mission movie. I feel like things would have gone a lot smoother and made a lot more sense if Bone had just gone with adapting things in chronological order. I am aware that a lot of anime only fans are enjoying the suspense, but seeing the MLA members sitting with the League kinda spoils the outcome of the My Villain Academia arc. I'm also seeing a lot of concern regarding the adaptation of the My Villain Academia arc due to the next episode being a filler, and I'm 100% with you all on that. But all we can really do is just hope that nothing gets cut out. If anything does get cut out from the My Villain Academia arc, you best believe we will make our voices heard with the hashtag release the villain cut. It's a work in progress, so hopefully we won't have to resort to that. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the changes made in episode 103. Are you nervous about the My Villain Academia arc? Let me know everything in the comment section below. With that said, thank you for watching another My Hero Academia anime versus manga comparison video. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to Detroit smash that like button below, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. If you are new to the channel and you want to see more My Hero Academia content, then be sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on to join the Kitoroki Hero Academia to become my hero. Doing all of this really does help the channel out a lot, and it's always appreciated. Remember to stay plus ultra, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.